That's weird. That's weird. Kind of weirding me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Isn't that weird?
That's weird, man.
It's strange.
What's up, campers? Welcome back to episode 215 of Camp Strange. I'm your camp counselor, Alex Tobin.
And I'm your other camp counselor, Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace, big dog. Prince of Darkness.
Hulk Hogan.
Fuck Hulk Hogan, that racist piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that guy.
Hey, brother, where are you going to be when death comes for you?
Hey, if you like Hulk Hogan, go look up his quote about his daughter dating a black guy.
Okay, yep, we know about that.
That's not good. I'm assuming if you're a Hulk Hogan fan, you don't know about that. So go look that one up because, boy, that is bad.
And R.I.P. Theo Huxtable.
Of course.
His.
Yeah.
I want to say his real name because I feel like calling somebody by their character name is a little disrespectful. Huxtable. Huxtable?
I think it's more disrespectful. You gotta Google it.
Malcolm Jamal Warner. No, it wasn't. I just don't watch I don't watch the Cosby Show.
I can't say I've ever seen it. I'm a little too white.
It's only because I just don't like the show. It's not the guy. It's definitely not the main actor.
Just not the target audience.
Funny.
Just not the target
He's
audience.
So funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, and we're back to bring the spooky, wacky, weird, strange, and punked. And before you, that's David's word, punked.
Punked.
But before we catch you up on any of our longer stories, we gotta catch you up on the weird news you may have missed. And you've missed some news. We took a little break. David was jet setting around Hannah, Montana, and he's back.
I was in Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. I think that's all the ones we hit.
Yeah. Just visiting people?
Wedding.
Wedding.
One wedding, yeah.
But we're back. And we have some strange news for you, as I have it right here. As man dies after weight training chain around neck pulls him into MRI machine.
Oh, I saw that. That's crazy.
That's some fucking. Did you see the new? I don't want to give any spoilers, but Final Destination Bloodlines.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. It's a little reminiscent of that, and this guy, his name's Keith McAllister. I feel bad for his wife because I guess his wife went in.
Her name was Kevin.
To the doctor. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, Kevin McAllister. Yeah, his wife got put in prison for hitting two robbers in the face with a paint bucket. Are you kidding me? No, but she was in the hospital. She's getting like her knee MRI'd or her leg. And
oh shit! So he wasn't even getting the scan.
It was her knee, and she called to him, "Honey, come help me, Keith, come help me." And he walked into the room. I don't know why no one stopped him.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know why this 61-year-old man had a 20-pound weight training chain, metal chain, around his neck.
That's a thing.
And when he walked into the room, his wife claimed that he got sucked into the device by the magnetic force. He got pulled across the room, and then he endured a medical episode which left him in critical condition, and apparently he suffered several heart attacks after the MRI machine.
Oh, so it didn't snap him in half.
No, but she said seeing the machine snatch him and pull him into the machine brought, she recalled through tears. So it did yank him across the room. I don't know how, maybe he just had massive head trauma. I don't know how, did he get sucked in the middle of the tube? She was in the tube still.
That's what
you know, MRI machines are just a tiny little tube.
It's crazy because you're walking towards the machine, your necklace starts pulling you in. how do you not
Just lean over, right?
just duck and tilt your head forward and let that thing roll forward, right?
That's what I don't get.
I'm also
like,
trying to figure what 20-pound weight it's like a workout thing. 20-pound chain.
That can't be like enough of a workout on your neck, right?
The only thing
maybe
that's
it
coming up is like giant chains that you see Cujo chained up with. Like,
no, that's what I think he had. Iron and some steel and magnetizable object. They are powerful forces on MRI machines, or MRI machines have very powerful forces on those. So he was walking around with like a Rampage Jackson.
What the fuck?
Fucking necklace on. Candy necklace. A necklace boy. I feel bad. That sucks. But man, I just don't understand how you get yanked around. Maybe, I don't really understand those MRI machines. They're probably very, very powerful. And I'm probably very oblivious to it. But R.I.P. this guy. And I don't know why she yelled, "Keith, come help me."
Yeah, what was going on with her, huh?
I feel bad. I mean, honestly, she's having the worst punishment. Obviously, this man died, but she has to be like, I panicked in the MRI machine and told him to come in, and now he's dead because of. It's just fucked up. It's sad, but it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's kooky.
That's
it's
wacky,
wacky,
you just gotta stop
weird.
yelling all the time. You know what I mean? Stop yelling for him.
I'm lucky. I'm really in like an advantageous spot where if my wife ever calls for me, if my girlfriend ever calls for me, I just pretend I don't hear her.
Oh, absolutely.
And I just continue my neck pull-ups. I continue my run around the yard because I'm chained to a stake in the backyard.
Yeah,
and
barking at the neighbor children.
Yeah. God, keep digging for my bone. I didn't hear her.
I'm just collecting all the baseballs they hit over the fence.
Oh my God, dude! I just did a little deep dive on the Sandlot recently.
Oh, did you?
Hercules, Benny outpickled the beast.
Darth Vader.
Yeah. R.I.P. Anyway, do you have a news story for us?
Oh yeah, woman attacked. Okay, hold on. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because a woman attacked.
So then this woman can get an assault charge. Woman attacked driver that killed chicken that was crossing the road.
I saw this.
Yeah.
Wait, she killed this man?
No, she didn't kill the guy. She just attacked him.
She attacked him.
Or her. I actually don't know. I don't know if it specified gender of the driver who was assaulted. But this lady in Key West, there's a chicken crossing the road, so she got out of her car to help it move, and another driver decided to floor it around the traffic and hit the chicken, and so she attacked them and sprayed them with bear mace.
That's right.
Which is crazy because are there bears in Florida that I'm unaware of?
I feel like there was something more dangerous, which is Floridians.
Yeah.
I would.
So there are black bears in Florida. Okay.
Oh, really?
Did not know that. That'd be too hot.
I feel like if I live in Florida, I'm always kind of on edge that somebody might try to eat my face on bath salts.
Yes.
So I'm packing at least some bear mace, at a minimum.
Honestly, I think Cynthia Sosa, 38-year-old woman, I think we should let her go. I think it's fair.
She's an animal lover.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
So the problem is that she fled the scene. That's the problem.
No, you can't just attack. Well, it's awkward. Have you ever attacked somebody? You can't just stand there after.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever attacked anyone.
Oh, you haven't lived. You have the high of attacking.
But hey, you know
someone?
what? I got
Oh
plenty
God.
of time to do that. I got the bucket list to check off.
No, that is crazy though, and too bad she didn't get away, man. Justice for chicken.
Yeah, just trying to cross the road.
Yeah, I wonder if the guy was an asshole. If it was just an old man, she just bear sprayed in the face. He was I didn't see it.
What?
Florida's not known for its spry communities,
No.
you know. So
It's a funny situation because a lot of it's retirees and a lot of it is people on, as you said, bath salts. So,
and also speaking of Florida, I don't want to draw too much attention to us from a certain community, but speaking of Florida, Hulk Hogan, he died in Clearwater, Florida.
yeah, fuck that
And
guy.
Clearwater, Florida is known for, it's like the city run by Scientology.
Oh,
Do you know about this?
I did not. Was he a Scientologist? That'd make a lot of sense.
Not that I know of, but he, I watched a couple of videos on YouTube about Clearwater, Florida, and how they've bought up most of the real estate in that city, and they're basically like controlling that city, and like they've tried to blackmail the mayor a couple times, and you know just how Scientologists be, a little vindictive.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be careful if you're in Clearwater. I think Hulk Hogan was killed by a Scientologist. Maybe he wasn't a Scientologist, and that was the problem.
Yeah. No, I googled it and it says he was not a Scientologist. That he was recently baptized. Oh, imagine that. Isn't it crazy? A heart attack got him. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, his body would have guessed that from the years of
Steroid abuse.
what he did. Hey, but at the same time, I just saw, it's really heartbreaking. I saw Ric Flair crying about it, and like Ric Flair's still around. I don't know why he has a big gash on his forehead right now, but like he
probably fell.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how old he is, but man, he's still kicking. I hope he goes for another 10 years.
Yeah,
he's looked 80 for the past 20 years.
He's 76.
Okay.
But boy,
Hogan was 71.
He is a year older than my dad, and boy, my dad looks a whole hell of a lot better than Ric Flair does. I'll say that much.
I know. What wasn't his like nickname? Pretty Boy, or the Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy.
I thought it was Pretty Boy. Is it Wonder Boy?
It's Wonder Boy, but it's funny too because he wasn't like a bad looking guy. I think he just like tanned too much, to be completely honest. Because he's always like
they'll do it to you. You know,
I'm looking like a leather handbag, George Hamilton.
I'm looking at old photos of him, and I might dispute him being
looking young.
This dude, I don't know if he ever looked good.
He always had a little roid in his system. Probably aged him a little bit, but
maybe a little bit. He looks like a parakeet.
His hair was always delicious, though. I mean, he had that perm going on.
He had that lettuce.
Chub perm. That chub perm. Okay, I got another story here. As this is okay, the actual article was okay. The actual article says after fiance is found dead. Man, I'll just read the Reddit one. The Reddit one was better. Man murders his fiance, then frantically searches for ways to correct his mistakes, including offering his soul up to internet strangers in exchange for time travel spells. So, David, this is what I was reading before I jumped on. I was just like blankly looking at the screen, being like, "Holy shit, this is insane."
Yeah.
But I'll summarize this for you. So, this man was online, and he lived in Oregon.
Where?
And oh god, it just popped up.
Come on,
it just says Oregonian.
No, you gotta find it.
William Hargrove. Oh my God, William Hargrove. If I come across it, I'll maybe during your story I'll do a little research and try to find it. But this guy, he was online doing his dating stuff, and he met this woman, this 26-year-old woman named Repkina. I've never heard that name before. Repkina. Also, this is from 2016. Why does this always happen? They just like recycle these old news stories.
Oh, for sure.
But she was from Moscow. Loved rock music, cats, had a fun sense of humor. She had gone through a breakup with her boyfriend of 7 years, and she found this guy named William Hargrove online who lived in Oregon, somewhere in Oregon. Basically, they hit it off, and she was like, you know what? I'm going to go on a 10-day trip, visit him, and when she went over there, he gave her an engagement ring. And she was like, yes, this is great. I'm going to pack up all my stuff. I don't really have anything left in Russia. And I'm going to come over to Oregon in the United States to get that green card. And when she got here, when she first met Hargrove, he was renting a room from a woman named Michelle Chavez, who was living with her husband in a loveless marriage. And unbeknownst to Repkina, Hargrove and Chavez were involved in a passionate affair.
Oh, love that.
And basically, Repkina came over here, and Chavez found out about it and was like, "What? Like you're seeing this girl? Like, fuck that! Dump her, get rid of her. Like you're with me now." But she already like moved over here. And long story short, a day after Easter in 2017, Repkina's body was found on a remote logging road. Oh, in Alsea, Oregon. Alsea.
Huh.
Alsea. And she was found with a single gunshot wound to the back of her head. And they're like, what? Like, who pulled the trigger? They started looking, and they found some trash out there. This guy's a fucking idiot. I mean, obviously, you saw what he Googled. But they found fast food bags, cigarette cartons, candy wrappers. And at that point, they didn't really have anything. And then they found, here's the kicker. They found one piece of trash that turned out to be a treasure. And investigators were able to trace the information found on a KFC receipt back to William Hargrove.
So this is an hour and 15 minutes from me, a little under 60 miles. Kind of half
close enough.
Yeah, it's like halfway from I-5 to the coast.
Okay. I mean, it is. That sounds remote.
Yeah,
I've driven out there.
Oh,
very remote. And basically, so they're like, okay, we found the guy who it might have been. So they started doing like a deep dive on him and stuff. The police did, and they found out that he was doing a deep dive on the internet, and he was searching time travel. Detective Chris Dale had said that he saved screenshots on web pages that show you how to do a particular spell to travel back in time.
Okay.
And we also see communication through WhatsApp in which he was trying to ask for help in how to travel back in time. Hargrove said he wanted to correct a horrible mistake that his quote-unquote best friend made. He was so desperate to get this information on time travel that he offered his soul as a reward to strangers on the internet who might be able to help him. Shortly after, we have a picture of him in a gas station caught on surveillance video where he was at an ATM and this is so fucked up, withdrawing cash from Repkina's account. He made a $200 withdrawal from this machine and then engaged in some conversation with some employees at the gas station where he actually ended up hugging one of them and crying about the fact that his girlfriend, Anna Repkina, oh, that's her last name, Repkina, Anna Repkina, had left him. That's why he was crying. And then he withdrew $800 from her account. And with the sudden influx of cash, he made a car insurance payment, went shopping at Walmart for Star Wars themed Legos,
expensive,
and bought candy and and cigars.
A man of culture. What can you say?
God, this guy's cool. He's a murderer.
I'd love to know what Lego sets he
Star
got.
Wars
Like
lover.
I don't know, Jakku,
He probably
little something happening at Jakku. Maybe like a Hoth setting.
You know what? I bet they're unbuilt, David. You might be able to still find them.
Yeah, maybe a little Ewok Endor little display.
Remember, this is 2016, so keep the canon before 2016.
Oh boy,
Or
so probably not
up to that year.
Maybe not too much Jakku. I'm trying to think of when Jakku came into the Star Wars lore. I feel like that was really. What year did that? The most recent of the first trilogy come out? Because I think that's when Jakku came into the Star Wars lore.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. God, I don't even know what the fucking Star Wars movies are called anymore.
That was Star Wars.
Last Jedi.
No,
fucking something.
that was one of the three.
God, they really botched that franchise.
Yeah, they really goofed it. It was like the first one was the first one was fun, and you sit back and you're like, wait a second, this was just a New Hope.
Oh, The Force Awakens. That was 2015.
Okay, so it might have been Jakku.
Oh, it probably was Jakku. Jakku was hot. Actually, this one got like pretty good reviews. Okay, we're off topic.
I mean, it was just a
This one
copy
got
and
pretty
paste
good
of goddamn A New Hope.
Yeah, kind of. People were just excited that it was here.
So excited. It looked so
anyway.
good. Oh, the sound effects were so good when you got the Falcon flying over the sand. Oh,
How'd they get them planes so fast?
yeah, they fly now.
Yep. Anyway, so that's that story. Kind of insane, and honestly, I kind of would have loved to do that story as its own, but I just don't know if I had the full legs. But
Yeah.
man, that's a Camp Strange. That's a Camp Strange trifecta. It had a little time travel, had a little Lego set, had a little murder. But I feel so bad for this woman. It's like, God, you got to be careful out there. You never really trust anybody, I guess, you know?
I'd
Not
rather
even a stranger on the internet.
I'd rather be dead in America than alive in fucking Russia.
Okay. Okay.
That was an Arrested Development reference, by the way.
I know. It was funny, but I have
There
to
you go.
usually do it to me, so I have to do it to you, okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. My next
got
news
another
story. Chimp Crazy star Tanya Haddock's arrested as authorities find another secret chimp in her basement.
That's you with the chain around your neck.
I was thinking, man, imagine how sad it would be to have a secret monkey hidden in your house, like not one that you can even show off.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's not that sad. It's pretty awesome.
I don't know.
I love
I feel
mean,
like it would suck though.
No, you're right.
You'd be tempted every single day. A little Instagram story.
The guy at the grocery store is like, you really like bananas, huh? I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I'm not great at. I talk too much to be able to keep a secret of that magnitude.
Oh, I would fuck it over so quick. There's no way I could keep a monkey secret in my house. I'd be telling everybody.
Yeah, when they find me with my jaw and penis ripped off, I'd be like, I did this. It was I fell.
I got
slipped.
angry at the football game.
Yeah, I didn't have the remote near me, so I just grabbed my hog and ripped it off. threw it across the room. And then my wife saw what I did, so she ripped my jaw off. Anyway. But yeah, I never watched that documentary, but I know that lady was she romantically involved in one of them, or is she just like a mother-child type thing going on?
I don't see anything about her having sex with the monkeys.
I'm not interested. Next story.
Okay. I think next story is our stories.
No, you're right. I was kidding. But no, I think she was. I think it was like a mother-daughter, mother-son type situation.
Yeah. They're so close.
I never saw a doc, but did you watch it?
No.
No. But that's right up your alley, man.
I didn't even know it was a doc. So what's it on?
I don't know, like Netflix or something. I think it's or like HBO or Netflix. It was called Chimp Crazy. Didn't you say Chimp Crazy Star?
Oh, I thought they were just calling her Chimp Crazy.
Well, they're doing both.
Yeah.
I really, to preface this story, I was really doing. I told you I'd tell you this on pod, but I was really trying to find a story this week that revolved around murders that had to do with Magic the Gathering.
Oh, there's probably not too many.
I couldn't really find one, but I did find a story, but it wasn't long enough. That's the problem. I couldn't get enough details on it, but it was about these two twin brothers who ended up killing this guy and sold all of his Magic cards for like $100,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they bought a bucket, like a big plastic bin, and they like buried him in the backyard and like filled it with cement. And they, one of them got life, the other one got like 15 years or something like that. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah.
But this is a long time ago. But I just thought it was kind of wanted to add a little note to that because I just thought it was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And that's where you're headed. So I just wanted to kind of more give you like a warning.
Hey, shout out to all my Magic fans. Tomorrow we got a new pre-release coming out tomorrow. Edge of Eternities. I'm going to be edging for the Eternities all day.
Edging for attorney doesn't even sound enjoyable. You got to finish sometime.
torture.
Come on. You might as well just rip it off, throw it at the TV.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think you're caught up on any news, all of our news stories. So should we just get into these longer stories?
Probably.
Reading?
It's hot as fuck in
Okay,
this
cool.
room.
It's summertime, baby.
Dying.
When we first started this podcast, David and I would sit in the same room and sweat our asses off, and no AC, no fan, just sit there in our filth.
We have recorded a few episodes where I think both of us were only in our underwear. I think that is.
What do you mean on Zoom, on FaceTime, or in person?
No, in person. Back in the day when we lived in the same place and we could record in person, I think there were a few episodes where we were just sitting in our what do you call them? You know, like the boxer briefs.
Yeah. I think that was my old apartment, which was like made in like the 1950s. It had
all the cockroaches.
Okay, literally, somebody brought up my old apartment the other day, and I was like, I fucking hate David Stokes because he always tries to slander my apartment. And I told him about the cockroaches crawling out of the burrito bag, and someone's like, that burrito place is good. I'm like, don't bring it around Stokes. He's gonna say they had cockroaches in the burritos. It's not true. They were so good.
So
Fuck you.
one of the fun facts is that before I moved to LA, I almost moved in with a guy that I'd known since elementary school, who was actually your downstairs neighbor. I'd never met Tobin, and I was almost his downstairs neighbor before I met him. Pretty
What was that
interesting.
guy's name again?
Ahavia.
Yeah, he was nice. He was cool.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Yeah, small world. That was so crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so let's get into these stories we have for you today. Okay. Now, David, I'm sure even though you are not a criminal,
Definitely not.
to my knowledge, like myself, also, that I'm going to keep that one a secret. And okay, I literally got halfway through the first sentence. This is fucked up. Why'd I go off script so early?
This is why people listen. This is what it is.
I tried to be cute. I tried to be clever, and this is what happens. Okay. Now, David, I'm sure even though you are not a criminal like myself and many of our listeners, you have probably thought of how you would get away with the perfect crime. Am I right? Well, today, I want to discuss a crime that is brilliant, tragic, fascinating, and most importantly, strange. As today, we dive into the death of Thomas Hickman. David, I'd like to reiterate that question again.
Okay.
Have you ever yourself thought of the perfect crime? Not like the perfect crime in terms of like what you would do for the crime, but like, do you think that you would, like, if I put you to the task, I'm like, you can't get caught. Here's a task and you can't get caught. Like, do you ever have those kind of like what you would do? Be like, definitely don't use bleach to clean the back of your car because they have that light that shows if bleach was used. You know, that kind of stuff.
Honestly, I've never really thought of. I've never thought I'd get away with anything. Every bone in my body pops every time I move, and I think that would ruin any crime. I would not be able to sneak up on anything or anyone.
Yeah, people would be like, "Oh, yeah, I thought I heard a skeleton walking in the woods last night," and then when we found the body, I was for sure that the skeleton must have killed him. But that's a great thing because they'd be putting up wanted posters of a skeleton.
Yeah,
they wouldn't even know it was you.
I have like a 0 out of 100 stealth rating, so I've never really considered crime.
You're just like standing at the doorway as like the cops knock on the door, completely still, because if you move, you'll give away that you were the skeleton.
Yeah, I can't move. Everything's gonna pop.
Yeah. Sir, can we see your ID? If you could reach in my pocket and get it, coward. I ain't moving. I don't answer questions. I'm a sovereign citizen. But I was gonna say there have been numerous times where, like, I guess I haven't thought of like a specific crime, but I was like, let's just say I killed somebody and I had to get rid of a body. Like, how would you get rid of a body?
How would I?
Would you like bury it? What?
How would I do it?
Yeah, like ocean, buried, thrown in the woods, some kind of like animal disposal. What are you thinking?
I mean, I am pretty close to the ocean. You could always do the old cinder block to the body, get it out there for the animals to eat.
But the problem with the ocean situation is you kind of need a boat to go out far enough.
I mean,
because
being in Oregon, I've got so much dense wood near me, like the woods and shit. Like, I don't know, just hike for a while and then drop it off trail.
Yeah, you have to hike with a body though.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Death Stranding, so not an issue for me.
This guy's kind of a 12 crate stacker stumbling on a hill.
Let me tell you,
type
Death
guy.
Stranding 2, absolute masterpiece. Oh my
By
god.
the way, I got your. I haven't signed into my PlayStation for a very long time, and I checked my messages, and you sent me the strangest fucking video I've ever seen. That guy dancing in the hallway. That was so weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on from this because you had to see it to believe it. But, yeah, I think about that. I'm like, okay, how would I get rid of a body? And like, it's weird because like burying just kind of seems like the safest in terms of getting away with it, especially dense woods. But
I would,
but the problem
okay,
is
hold on. I would say
bones don't disintegrate. Bones just don't disintegrate.
I say
you
you dig a grave, you throw the body in there, you pour some gasoline, you burn it, then bury it.
Yeah, but now you're drawing attention with like a smoke like thing going on.
Oh, I mean, who knows? Someone might think, oh, it's some campers.
Oh, you might be right. The smell, God, you didn't think about the smell, you stupid bitch. Also, there's no way I'm cutting up a body. I can't do it.
You don't
I
think
can't
you could?
remove teeth. I can't remove fingers or hands. I can't cut up a body. It's not happening. I'm like, I'll get caught before I cut up a body. There's no fucking way I'm doing that. Horrific.
I think I could do it.
Right? The farthest I'd go is like I'd Fargo that bitch, and I'd like probably try to put him in like a wood chipper or something, and then like try to look away.
That's a good move.
You know?
Wood chipper's a good one. The only problem is like you
A lot of spray.
you gotta buy a wood chipper. You can't rent one. Definitely can't return it.
Yeah, and also like DNA's all over that shit now because we were watching something recently, and I was like, Meg was like, "Oh, the DNA," and I was like, "DNA didn't become like a huge thing until like the early 2000s. It was like
Maybe
it
mid
wasn't-
90s, but yeah.
Oh, that's what we were watching. We were watching I Know What You Did Last Summer, and they hit a guy with their car, and they're like, yeah, they would be like, this guy's DNA is all over the hood of this car. And I was like, I don't think DNA was like that big of a thing then.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a good way to get rid of a body. Just throw him in the water while he's still alive. Watch that movie. He wasn't dead. He wasn't dead.
They didn't confirm
Anyway.
the death.
Long tangent, but let's get back to this.
Definitely incriminate ourselves somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, that's only if they find a half burnt,
Oh, you know
half
what?
buried.
You know what I do?
Feed them to your dogs.
Feed them to the pigs, baby. Pigs will eat anything and everything.
Yeah, I watched Snatch before. I know a pig. You don't feed a pig for 3 days and they eat just about anything.
Exactly.
It's true. You got any hogs?
Just one.
And it's detached.
It's still sliding slowly down the wall.
My wife don't even know as long as I hold it close to my pelvis. I fill it with a roll of quarters. Sorry. Okay. Is that too gross? Over the line.
It's too
Good
much.
enough. Okay. So let's talk about Thomas Hickman. So on the morning of March 15th, 2008, close to my birthday, how old was I? 92. I was 10. No, what the fuck?
What year is this?
Yeah, I was 10. 10 years old. 2008. March 15th, 2008.
You were 10 in 2008?
Oh my God, I was 16. Oh no, never made no I'm stupid.
I was like, I was 18 and you were 10. That can't be right.
You guys don't even get it. When you have to do math on a microphone, it's like insanely hard, okay? That was it. 16. Okay. So, March 15, 2008, a couple driving along US 84 spied a body on the side of the road and called 911. New Mexico State Police arrived at the scene where they found a lifeless middle-aged man lying on the ground. The dead man in front of them was 55-year-old Thomas Hickman, a Red Lobster Director of Operations from Richland Hills, Texas.
He had so much to live for.
That's you know what? Have you had a Cheddar Bay biscuit?
I've actually never been to a Red Lobster.
Then keep your fucking mouth shut when I mention it, okay?
My apologies.
I just went to a Chili's for the first time, and I got a triple dipper. Wow.
Did you?
I felt so American.
Did you have a triple dripper?
I had a 16 dripper.
Did Harry Potter leave you in the parking lot?
What does that mean? Harry Potter.
I sent you this video. I keep getting these videos on Instagram of like AI Dobby. And it's like a whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Crying. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
And
what the fuck is that?
There was one where Harry took him to Chili's and he got the triple
And
dipper,
abandoned him.
but then it gave him the triple dripper and he crapped himself and Harry left him in the parking lot.
Wish you had a sock right about then, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta use what you got at your disposal. No, but this man was a Red Lobster Director of Operations. Seemed like a great man. Thomas had last been seen at a business meeting in Abilene, Texas, and was reported missing when he never showed up for a later gathering. I'm guessing that was diarrhea in the parking lot. His death was tragic and devastating to his wife, Lisa, and adult son, Matthew, who described him as a family-oriented, church-going, gentle giant who had no enemies, as the 6'6", 260-pound man lay dead in the dirt of the New Mexico desert.
I mean,
duct tape cover.
You're not moving him.
No. And there's going to be a lot of weird situations going on here because he is such a big guy. You're going to go, huh? But like I said, they found him in the New Mexico desert, duct tape covering his mouth and one single shell casing. Oh, sorry. Duct tape covering his mouth, one single shell casing, and a bullet hole in the back of his head. Weird. So, to authorities, the cause of death looked like a gangland-style murder. I love when they say gangland style.
Yeah. A little flavor text for you.
Or AKA execution style. I sometimes, when I'm in the bedroom, I hit her with the, can we do execution style?
One shot in the back of the head?
No, I bring out the guillotine. You're right. Yeah. Actually, that kind of works innuendo-wise. one shot in the back. Okay. Hey, ooh. She gonna hear me and she gonna run in here and beat the shit out of me. Rip my hog off. Oh damn! She don't rip my hog off. So, like I said, looked like gangland style murder as Thomas was killed execution style. Opa, execution style. One shot.
What?
Opa, execution style. One shot to the back of the head. With no weapon present and with the presence of tape over his mouth, all signs pointed to foul play. But as investigators looked deeper into the case, things began to not match up. First off, Hickman's hands were untied, even though he had duct tape over his mouth. Now, any good criminal knows if you got a roll of duct tape, you should probably use it to restrain the 6'6", 260-pound man trying to get the upper hand on you to not be murdered. But not with Thomas. No sign of tape or tape residue on his wrists whatsoever. There was also no sign of a struggle, which also, didn't fully make sense, but I'll give that the benefit of the doubt because obviously people react differently in scary, life-threatening situations, but something felt off. You know what I mean? Some people, they freeze up. I totally get it. But it just didn't seem, right. And also, Thomas's car was at the scene, completely untouched, meaning that he drove to the spot willingly, again, without a struggle or signs of anyone else being in the vehicle or another vehicle being present. It was just very strange. Like, what the fuck? And people were like, "Oh, is this a suicide?" And they're like, "There's no gun, there's no weapon. Like, how could this be possible?" And at around this time, police found something of intrigue, something that would tie the entire case together, though. A smoking gun, or should I say, a floating gun, because about 30 feet away, investigators found a bundle of white helium balloons tangled in a cactus. Tied to the balloon strings was a heavily modified revolver, as the grip was missing and the trigger guard was sawed off. After looking into Hickman a little further, things began to click. As investigators went to Hickman's home in Texas, they ended up finding metal shavings in Hickman's garage which matched the modifications on the gun, indicating he prepared the weapon himself. They also discovered that Hickman's wife, Lisa, had been sick and was also the sole beneficiary on a life insurance policy for Hickman. The insurance payout was $388,000 for a natural death, and we double it if the death was deemed an accident. Okay, I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah. And
I'll just say this.
There's easier ways to make that look like an accident.
Well,
you get
my
you,
issue.
You go spend $20 at Cabela's. You get a gun cleaning kit. You clean half of the gun. You shoot yourself in the head. All the cleaning shit's all around the place.
What does that mean?
That's an accident. That's like Dog the Bounty Hunter's grandson just got killed because his dad was cleaning the gun and it fired and shot the kid.
So there are some speculations. Obviously, he didn't leave a note or anything, but there are two theories to this. Maybe we'll discuss it after. Maybe I'll just finish the story since we're so close. But I want to get into the insurance part of it. But so after an extensive investigation, police came to the conclusion that Thomas's death was that of a suicide intended to look like a murder. Thomas took his modified revolver, tied it to the balloons, applied the tape to his mouth, and shot himself in hopes that the balloons and the weapon would drift off into the sky, eventually coming down.
That's not an accident. He was murdered. That's not an accident.
I think it's like accident in terms of like not... See, I don't know how insurance policies work in terms of life insurance and life insurance and what is technically considered an accident. It might be like an act of God, and like an act of God could be something from like a flood killing you to a fire killing you.
Yeah,
to like,
I mean, that's an accident.
Maybe. Yeah, but like an act of God is also like a very loose term, and I feel like an accident is kind of like a pseudonym for like act of God, right? It's just like,
I don't know, man.
Not a suicide.
I wouldn't call someone murdering you an accident.
Well, if I ever do it, it was.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
What if I say whoopsie after?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I've never heard an innocent man say that.
No.
I mean, a guilty man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, I misspoke. What do you mean I'm going to prison? La 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 la. Like I said, eventually he wanted the gun to go far, far away, and no one would make the connection. Unfortunately, the winds were not in his favor that day, and the balloon dragged across the desert floor before getting caught on a cactus. The plan was a solid plan, actually. So solid, in fact, that the death was almost identical to a season 4 episode of the show
Bones.
Close.
CSI Las Vegas.
Ding, 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 ding. I actually don't know if it was... this is season 4, so this might have been like OG CSI because this is also 2008. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think was CSI Las Vegas the first one?
I don't fucking know. I never watched them.
I mean, I watched that one. That was the best CSI, I think.
Was that the one that had the
Grisham.
Weasley-looking
He liked
guy with like
bugs.
the transitional glasses that never transitioned, and he was always just like
No, that
sneaking
was-
around?
That was Miami. That was oh, he was eaten by a lion. God, I guess the cat's out of the bag.
What?
Ow!
No, not that. Not the redheaded guy. I was talking about the skinny guy with the darker pepper hair.
Oh, maybe Grisham, right?
Yeah, John Grisham.
Gil Grisham. John Grisham's America's Most Wanted. Gil Grisham liked bugs.
Yeah, who doesn't love a good brogue?
Quentin Tarantino directed a CSI episode. He directed the one where Nick, he's like the forensics guy. He gets buried alive, and it's like a 2-parter episode. It's actually fucking good. Check it out.
I found out recently was the guy who directed the new Fantastic Four movie. He directed the episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with the beauty pageant. You know, the We Don't Diddle Kids.
Diddle Kids.
Yeah, the guy that directed the new Fantastic Four did that episode.
Where Frank is heavily makeup in mortician makeup with the busted nose. He looks haunting. So good. Anyway, but like I said, so this is season 4 episode of CSI titled Homebodies, in which a man kills himself with a gun tied to a bunch of helium balloons, which floats away into the sky after he pulls the trigger. Both authorities and his family were unsure if Thomas ever saw the episode or if it was just another case of parallel thinking. Either way, the police ended up claiming Thomas's death to be a suicide in the end. Maybe the gangland guys just went to his house, shaved down the gun.
They could have gotten really creative with it. Really fucked him over.
God, these gang guys, like, they really have it out for the Red Lobster directors, I tell you. So this specific, actually, you know, I'm getting like Gus Fring vibes. Like it could have been the director of Red Lobster that was like running a meth ring in Texas.
Can't rule it out.
This is alleged. R.I.P. Thomas Hickman. I did not mean to imply that you ran a meth ring. So this specific case opened the door for discussion on many things, including ethical and societal questions about insurance fraud, suicide, and how popular culture might influence real-life actions. Thomas Hickman seemed like a very nice man in a very tough situation who believed he was doing the right thing for his family. So next time you're at Red Lobster, I want you to raise a Cheddar Bay biscuit for the man who almost pulled off the perfect crime. So the thing that I wanted to talk about is, I guess he was like kind of like his wife's caregiver. This is like where the story is kind of sad, but he was like his wife's caregiver.
So there's no fun. It's not fun at this point. The fun's left the room. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm more questioning, like, if your wife is sick, I don't know what she had. Could have been cancer, could have been something else. But if your wife is sick, sure, he had an adult son. I understand that, like, you know, you have to have money to help your sick wife.
Yes.
But, like, maybe if, like, you think your wife might pass away, it might be nice for your child to have one parent instead of committing suicide and giving your spouse $800,000. Like, if you want to go through the medical debt of making sure your wife is healthy, and when she's healthy, you want to try. I don't condone any of this, but like it would make more sense if somebody was like stable and you're like, we're drowning in debt, and he did something like this. Sure, I get it.
Yeah.
But like, this just didn't track 100% in terms of like, he put too much emphasis on thinking about the balloons and not enough about why he needed to do it. But at the same time, I also wanted to mention this because you brought this up briefly, which was, why didn't you just like do it, make it look like you're cleaning your gun? And some people think that he may have been suicidal, depressed, I don't know what was going on in his life, and that he did not want to leave the burden of it being a suicide on his family. So he faked his death to look like a murder, which I don't know what's better.
Yeah.
Like somebody being like, oh, they killed themselves and I don't know why they killed themselves, or my father was murdered by somebody and we're going to spend the rest of our lives trying to seek justice and find this person that never existed at all.
I don't know. That's
like, I think the solution is maybe talk to a medical professional or family or a close person to you, and maybe don't, suicide's a permanent solution to temporary problems, as they say.
Yeah.
So maybe just don't go through this because, as Matty Healy says from the 1975, your death it doesn't happen to you. It happens to your family and your friends. So it doesn't just happen to you. It happens to your family and your friends. So be aware of that if you ever have these thoughts, because people care about you.
Yes.
And Red Lobster cares about you.
Yes, they do.
This is a big Red Lobster.
Making big money on this episode.
Red Lobster's like, don't kill yourself. We need customers. Please. Okay, go for it. Sorry.
All right, Tobin. Today we're going to talk about a fishy little situation of an American sweetheart from the late 90s to the early 2000s. You want to take a swing at who it is? Because based off that intro word,
was it Ashton Kutcher?
It was Ashton Kutcher. From Dude, Where's My Car to That 70s Show and Punk'd, Ashton became a household name, loved for his boyish charm and staggering height. Oh man, we just gobbled him up.
We love Kelso.
Didn't
we love Kelso.
Didn't we just, as like a society, we all just gobbled him up? We loved a little Ashton.
We loved Hyde for a while too. We don't love Hyde no more.
No, Hyde's out the door. Get out of here.
Hyde's
hit your head on the door frame. Get out of here. But in recent years, his perception has aged like milk. But I want to take our focus today on a little story of Ashlyn Ellerin. Or did I say Ashlyn?
Not Ashlyn? Yeah, I was going to say.
Ashley.
Wait, what?
Ashley
What?
Ellerin. I combined the two names. My apologies. So Ashley was born July 16th, 1972, and grew up in New Jersey. Her family eventually moved to California. According to her new friends in California, Ashley was a person you could look at and know she knew how to have fun. A big personality that drew people to her. Ashley pursued a career in fashion while living in Los Angeles, while also moonlighting at a strip club. Through my research, I cannot confirm or deny what she did at the strip club. I don't know if she was a bartender or
I know what she did there.
server, dancer. I don't know. I'm sure I could have digged deeper and found that answer, but it is what it is. So, as one does in Los Angeles, coming from someone who went there and I witnessed things,
You
Ashley
went
started.
there? You lived there.
I lived there. Ashley started experimenting with different drugs and became a party animal. It's a very common thing.
I love how people always package it as they were experimenting.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
Like, cut to Ashley. Ashley? What is it?
Ashley.
Cut to Ashley in a lab coat with beakers. She's like, bring in the fentanyl.
Just doing the drops and stuff.
If my calculations are correct, I'm high.
But yeah, no, it's a very common story where people move to LA and they want to become famous and they start, doing things that are not good for you. I know I've seen it. You've probably seen it.
I've never seen it.
People go and they crash and they burn.
It's very accessible out here. I personally, and hand on the Bible, I've never done any kind of a hand on the Bible, on the Bible.
Yeah.
I've never done it. I've never done anything that was synthetically cooked up in a lab. I think I've only done things that were either brewed in a distillery or grown on a farm.
Well, that's good for you.
Put me on that lie detector, boy. I'll pass with flying colors.
So, yeah, all I'm saying is that obviously everybody has their own journey, but it's very common for people to live that lifestyle in LA and fall into things that could be good or bad. A lot of people pull out from it, but a lot of people do not. Through her wild lifestyle, Ashley wound up meeting Ashton at a mutual friend's birthday party. And at the time,
was it Wilmer Valderrama?
it did not clarify whose birthday it was. But at the time when they met, they were both seeing people, and the two remained friends for the time being. Over time, Ashton's relationship ended, and so did hers, and Ashton set his sights on his new friend, Ashley.
Scientist, Dr. Ashley. Experimenter, Dr. Ashley.
Yes, exactly. Ashton asked Ashley, which, by the way, Ashton and Ashley, don't do it.
They couldn't. The universe didn't want them to be together.
The names don't work. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was single and swiping on those apps, every time I came across a woman with the name Alex,
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Every time I was on the apps and I came across a woman named David, I couldn't do it.
It's just you in a dress, and you're like, wait, when did I make this? What was I experimenting with that night? What was I experimenting with?
I was just, I was looking for friends, looking for some dudes.
Looking for Davids. Looking for sober David, you wrote in your bio.
Exactly. So this is what you've become. Get some help.
Yeah. I put a seed in there. I planted a seed for me to find in my later days.
So Ashton asked Ashley out on a date to attend a post-Grammys party with him on February 21st, 2001. At this time, Ashton called Ashley.
You like Lou Bega?
You like CeeLo Green?
You guys want to go to Lou Bega's after party?
I think was Lou Bega. I feel like Lou Bega was done before 2001. 2001.
Wait, biggest artist of 2001. You said 2001, right?
Yeah.
You want to go to... Actually, these are people who are still kind of relevant. They said Alicia Keys, Jay-Z, Usher, J-Lo, Destiny's Child. Oh, you want to go to Shaggy's after party?
See, this is... The original blueprint for this podcast included our friend Kyle, who has an amazing Shaggy impersonation, which now would have been his time to shine.
Great Shaggy. You want to know the top number one song in 2001?
Was it from like the Scooby-Doo movie?
No, you probably wouldn't guess it actually. It was Hanging
Genie
by
in
a
the Bottle?
Moment by Lifehouse. You know, songs like Hanging by a Moment here with you.
Oh, that was a good song.
It's a banger.
Yeah, that's a good song. Can't argue
Drops
with that
of Jupiter
one.
was 4. Drops of Jupiter was 4. Hell yeah. White people were living it up.
All right, give us the top 10. Give us the top 10. I want to hear the top 10.
Okay. Hanging by a Moment, Lifehouse. Fallen by Alicia Keys. All for You, Janet Jackson. Drops of Jupiter, Train. I'm Real by J-Lo featuring Ja Rule. If You're Gone by Matchbox 20. Let Me Blow Your Mind by Eve and Gwen Stefani. Thank You by Dido. Again by Lenny Kravitz. And Independent Woman Part 1 by Destiny's Child. Actually, like, kind of weird. Like, some of these songs did not actually last. Like,
No.
oh, fuck. Follow Me by Uncle Kracker's number 19.
Which one was that?
Follow me, everything is all right. I'll be the one to tuck you in at night. Come on.
That was 2001? I thought that was like 96, 97.
No, but Angel by Shaggy's up there at 17. Yeah, my
my darling. That one?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah. This is a good list. We'll come back to this. This will be a whole nother pod.
Oh, yeah. So at this time, Ashton called Ashley at 8:24 p.m. to let her know that he was running late to pick her up for the after party. But that was okay because Ashley was still drying her hair. And if you know, you know. That can take for fucking ever.
Women be shopping and drying their hair.
Eating hot Cheetos, losing their cell phone charger.
All women know how to do is charge their phone, eat hot chip, lie, twerk.
So fast forward an hour and a half, and Ashton called Ashley again at 10 p.m. to let her know that he was on his way to pick her up, but she did not answer the phone. He attempted to call back multiple times, but had the same result, no answer. At 10:45, roughly 10:45, Ashton arrived at her place in Hollywood, but the front door is locked. Ashton said, "I knocked on the door. There was no answer. Knocked again, and once again, no answer. At this point, I pretty well assumed she had left for the night, and that I was late. She was upset."
Fair.
Yeah. Ashton, curious, decided to peek into the window, spotting what he thought was a large red wine stain on the carpet. Not thinking anything of it. Just, oh yeah, it's, a bottle broke, got tipped over, glass got spilt or something. Just some red wine on the carpet. Ashton gave up, and I think I through the things I read, he either went to the party by himself or he went home. I saw multiple things saying he either went home or went to the party. I could not confirm or deny either one of those, so it's one or the other. The next morning, Ashley's roommate Jennifer DeSisto returned home and found Ashley's body laying near the bathroom floor. At first, she thought Ashley was playing a prank on her, like a joke, and as she got closer, she realized that Ashley was covered in so much blood that it had matted her hair and pooled on the carpet around her.
Oh, shit.
Police
she
responded.
Just tried that. Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's a bad one.
I'm so sorry. I feel bad for this woman. I don't know what happened yet, but oh, man. But that, you set me up. You set me up.
Police responded to Jennifer's 911 call quickly and determined that her death was a homicide. Catching wind that Ashley
balloons.
Oh, well, not bullets.
The hair dryer was tied to the balloons.
Oh, no balloons.
No.
Catching wind that Ashley had been murdered, Ashton reached out to the LAPD, telling them that he was there and his fingerprints are probably all over the scene, on the front door and inside of the apartment, being that he was there earlier or a few days earlier and possibly on the knife, and sharing his story.
I dropped my lucky bat and my lucky blade at her house.
Also, my face mask, like my mask, is there too. That was a thing we did. It was funny.
My scary mask was there.
My terrifying demon mask, my goblin mask is there, but that was a sex thing, so ignore that.
Oh, my goblet filled with her blood was also there. That was like a joke thing. That she bled into that when she was alive. That's old blood. That's like a couple days ago.
Yeah, we did that all the time. So yeah, he called them telling them that he thought he saw wine through the window. Ashley's murder case stayed open for many years, but in 2008, so 7 years after the fact.
I'm sorry, but how was she murdered? What, blunt force trauma?
I get into it later.
Sorry.
So yeah, it was open for 7 years. But in 2008, a man named Michael Garguilo was arrested after he attacked his neighbor at the time, Michelle Murphy. During his investigation for this attack, they realized that Michael had lived next door to Ashley and Jennifer at the time of Ashley's death, and were able to connect him to 2 other homicides. The press gave Michael the serial killer nicknames like the Chiller Killer, which I don't know why that was one, the Hollywood Ripper, but the most accurate name was the Boy Next Door Killer, because he lived near his victims, stalked them, and killed them in their own homes.
Oh my God, I just Googled this guy. He's so scary looking.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh, here's him in 2001. Ew, he had a goatee. A soul
goatee.
patch.
Anyone
patch.
with a soul patch is a murderer.
Yeah.
So Michael had first met Ashley one day when she was fixing a flat tire on her car outside of her home. Michael offered to help and became somewhat of a handyman for Ashley. They kind of like became friends. Anytime something broke, he'd come over and fix it. Jennifer noticed that Michael would appear at their doorstep so frequently, she thought that he was stalking her. Detectives believe that on February 21st, 2001, Michael knocked on the door and realized that Ashley was home alone and decided to attack. Ashley was stabbed 47 times, and the wounds were so severe that she was nearly decapitated.
No.
So, very brutal, very awful. It is believed that Michael carried out his first murder in 1993 before killing Ashley in 2001. 4 years later, he killed again, stabbing his neighbor Maria Bruno. And when detectives found Maria, they discovered that her attacker had cut her breast off and her implants, and it had all just been removed.
What a fucking loser, creep, weirdo, psychopath, dude. I don't like looking at this guy. Like,
yeah, I probably should have put a warning in before I read the whole like cutting the breast off thing, but
I mean, somebody, it's that's what this podcast is. It's just horrific things that we try to make light of. But it's just like, I don't know. It's just like when you see, I just Googled the people and stuff. And when you see the pictures, it just makes it a lot more real. And you're just like, what a horrific thing for somebody to just be like, imagine just being like, oh my God, I just met Ashton Kutcher. That's pretty cool. Like, I'm gonna go to a Grammys party tonight. Like, that's so cool. I can't wait to like go. Shaggy might be there, and then this
Shaggy
guy just,
might be there.
Yeah, and then this guy just shows up and just like, hey, I'm gonna murder you because like I have a weird obsession with you all of a sudden, and I like what. I don't know. It's just like your life could change on a dime like that, and it's just like so shitty.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful of the people that you like invite into your life.
I know. Well, sometimes you don't invite these people in their life; they kick down the door. That's the scary part, you know.
Yeah. But
you're right. Anyway,
so then in 2008, did I skip? Nope. Then in 2008, Michael attacked Michelle Murphy. Like I said before, Michelle was able to fight him off and escape, leading to his arrest.
Fuck yeah.
After years of delayed trials, Michael was found guilty of Ashley's murder in August 2019. So really not that long ago. And he was sentenced to death thanks to the testimony of the one and only Ashton Kutcher.
Sentenced to death in California. That doesn't happen very often.
No. So obviously this is all like very apparent that Michael was the murderer. Was a murderer. But what if he was a patsy? What if someone else had actually killed Ashley? And Michael had nothing to do with it, at least with this particular murder. What if it was Slashin' Ashton?
Did you just come up with that, or did you write that?
I wrote it, but I came up with it when I wrote it. In the more recent years, it has been made very public that old co-star from that 70s show, Danny Masterson, was a master asshole. In March 2017, 3 women filed sexual assault allegations against Masterson, which prompted...
You should have said master son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I thought Masterson was a master asshole. It was pretty good.
Pretty good, but I just constructive criticism. That's what I'm here for.
I thought that one was too obvious, though.
Yeah, a little bit too on the nose,
Yeah.
Master asshole does kind of roll off the tongue, too,
Yeah. Like I say, in March 2017, 3 women filed sexual assault allegations against Masterson, which prompted an investigation by the LAPD. Then in December of 2017, a 4th woman came forward to join the case claiming sexual assault, and a 5th a few weeks later.
Jesus. I didn't really follow that case, to be completely honest. I don't know much about him.
Yeah, I didn't follow it super closely. Once the initial thing came out, that kind of picture was already painted that he was a piece of shit. I didn't realize that 2 other women came out. But so during Masterson's trial, longtime friends Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis wrote letters to the judge of the case to support Danny Masterson in hopes to show the judge that he wasn't the evil person he was being presented as. After it became public that Ashton wrote the letters in support of Masterson, calling him a role model, one of the victims of the trial went on social media and posted, "Dear Ashton, I know the secrets that your role model keeps for you. Ones that would end you. Did you forget I was there? You were on speakerphone that night you called Danny on February 21st, 2001. I heard everything. I heard the plan. In my opinion, you're just as sick as your mentor."
Oh, whoa. Did she really say that?
Yes. Now, obviously, this throws a wrench into the story. What did she hear? What was the plan? But based on what she said, it lines up perfectly that the night that he was there, that he supposedly went to the place, got his fingerprints everywhere, didn't see anything but saw the wine stains.
Yeah.
And she was dead. But apparently he called his buddy Danny and said something horrible, and they made a plan on the same day.
That whole going to the party or not going to the party situation becomes a lot more pertinent.
That's why I was like, I can't. Something said he went home. Something said he went to the party.
Cut to Shaggy being like, "Yeah."
You saw Ashton. I saw Ashton at the party.
I can't do it. I can't.
I saw Ashton at the party.
Life is one big party when you're still young, but who's gonna have your back when it's all done? I can't do the Shaggy boy like that, like this.
Sorry.
Is it possible that Slash and Ashton was the one that killed Ashley in her home? I'm not gonna say Michael was an innocent man of the other murders. It seemed like he did that, but maybe he didn't do this one. Maybe he was hired. Maybe he worked with Ashton. Maybe he was a fall guy. Who knows? So what do you guys think? Who actually killed Ashley?
Well, if you told me that Michael was just like shooting people and then all of a sudden somebody got stabbed 47 times, I'd be like, oh, that's maybe a case there. But when you mentioned that he was like taking body parts off of people, I also read, I looked up on the Wikipedia as you were talking because it brought me there based off of the picture. And it said that Michael guy took a piece of her skull, like a puzzle piece, or something like that. But
did they find it?
Oh, I don't know. I just like briefly saw something about took a piece of her skull, puzzle piece. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, this guy was sick.
What I read, which I did not include, was that when she was stabbed in the head, when the knife was pulled back out, it took a chunk of her skull that the police described was like a puzzle piece. I
see. Jesus. Yeah. But like, still, this guy is like a brutal murderer. And unless Ashton was having a real bad night, he didn't win the Grammy. Ashton's just like so like mad. He's like,
I don't think Ashton was ever gonna win a Grammy. But...
Well, that's the funny part. He's like calling up Hyde. I don't even fucking know the guy's name. Master son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't win the Grammy. He's like, hey man, I didn't know you made music. And he's like, I'm so mad right now. I'm gonna go kill someone. But it's just to speak of that phone call, it could be completely false what this woman is saying, but my gut instinct is telling me that Ashton. Wait, when was this phone call? Was it the same night as the murder or like days after?
Yeah, it was the same day.
Honestly, it could have been tied to the murder, but it could have been something as simple as like him just being like a misogynist, like fucking asshole guy. He could
have just been like, oh my God, I'm gonna kill her. She didn't show up for this date, and it could have just been like, she ended up dead. But like,
I was gonna say more of like, no, I got this like floozy chick, dude, and she's just I'm just gonna bang her and then kick her to the curb and just being like a horrible misogynist piece of shit. And that's what she might have been referring to and then like, oh man, that murder happened that night too. So, but I don't know. I wasn't there, obviously. So yeah, this woman needs to stop being so vague. Yeah. What do you have to hide at this point? Just say what he said that night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Thought it was interesting. That's why I told the story.
Damn, I didn't even know about that guy. That is absolutely crazy because that guy, he didn't. Now he looks kind of weird because he was like, looked like he had like no eyebrows and a shaved head and no facial hair, and you're like, geez, look like a worm. But but back then he just looked like a normal like Fox T-shirt, DC shoe rocking guy who just looked like a kind of a weirdo. Not that weird though. And then he just goes on to like start murdering people. And I know that like a lot of murderers, you're just like, I had no idea, but good God, like the violence in that's like OJ shit.
Yeah.
Like, and it's so haunting to think that like OJ was around long after that and just like chilling with people and getting interviewed by the Nelk boys and shit like that. And you're just just
out there selling his own autograph.
Yeah. And he literally like almost cut his wife's head off her. And you're like, oh, like you shook that man's hand. That man murdered somebody with those hands.
Yeah. And the craziest thing too is like, God, he was a hell of a football player too.
I wonder if it like,
he actually like he was an insanely good football player, but people just kind of forget about that because of
because of his Naked Gun role, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because he was so good in that movie. No, it is weird. I mean, I wonder if like the football had something to do with it, whether it be CTE, steroids, or just like just general macho,
over-aggression.
A lot of people don't understand that, like, one of the things I was going to say was all these like horrible situations or like these, like the Hyde situation, Masterson thing, where it's like this guy's supposed to be a celebrity and you can like walk into a room and be like, there's at least some girl there that's like, ooh, he's a celebrity. I'll go home with him tonight. And he's just like over here, like sexually assaulting people. And people go, that doesn't make sense. And you're like, you don't understand what like fame does to somebody's, like fame and power does to somebody's brain, where they think they could have anything they want. And if they don't get something, then like I don't know what and I don't know what he did for his crimes, obviously, but it's just like the fact that he did them in the first place when you're a celebrity that like can basically just be like, hey, can I get this and that? And people are all over you and fanning on you and you still, are doing that kind of, you're like, that's crazy. It makes it seem like,
I will say with the Danny Masterson thing, I'm pretty sure the majority of his victims were people he worked with.
Oh,
they weren't like random people at parties. They were actresses that he worked with.
Oh,
on set.
so this was like a power thing where he was probably like, well, I'm so used to fans being like, hey, and now this person's like a contemporary and working with him,
Yeah.
or in a professional setting, and he's like, well, don't you want to be with me? And they're like, no, you're like, have you seen your sideburns?
Yeah.
Brother, those sideburns, brother.
He always kind of seemed like an asshole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of matches. I don't know if it's the character or, I mean, I didn't watch a lot of that 70s show, but when I heard it, I'm like, yep, that tracks. Put him in prison. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Anyway. He asked me to write a letter. I didn't even do it. He's like, Alex, you know me. You know
Please.
my sideburns. I would never do this. I would never. Ashton murdered somebody, and I'm in trouble.
Like, brutally. Not even just like an accident.
You're like, Ashton framed a man.
Yeah, sure, he killed 3 other people or 2 people and tried to kill one, but like, come on.
Hey, I got a confession. Guess where he picked up the habit from? He saw Ashton do it.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, is that the end of your story?
Yeah, it is.
Why did they call him the Chiller Killer? Nothing chill about him.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe it was like a street he lived on or something like that.
Yeah, I got no fucking idea.
Lived
That
on,
one didn't
lived
make
on
sense to
Chiller
me.
Street. Wait, before we officially sign up, why did they call him the Chiller Killer? It sounds like a kindergarten Halloween song. Why did they call him the Chiller Killer? It's like one-eyed, one-armed, flying purple people eater shit. Several serial killers have been given the moniker the Chiller Killer.
Maybe it has something to do with like the span of the kills. Like they chilled out for a while, then killed another one.
Oh, one individual to whom the nickname was applied to Michael Guilino,
Yeah,
also
I
known as the
forgot.
Hollywood Ripper and the Boy Next Door Killer. He was an air conditioner and heater repairman who was
Oh.
convicted of so he worked on. Oh, prosecutors on his trial referred to him as a serial psychosexual thrill killer. Wow. Horrible. This other guy, David, his name's David Mahorfer. He committed 4 murders in Montana.
I thought you were going to take a swipe at me for a second.
No, I'm trying to figure out why he was named the Chiller Killer. It doesn't tell me. It just says, it just starts going into another guy.
Probably the same thing.
Yeah. Maybe he was just like laid back. He's like, no, me. I'm just kind of chill like that. Anyway, okay, I think that's our show today.
Yes, it is.
Thank you guys for listening. We love telling you stories. We love when you stick around and listen. If you want any more information, you go to Camp Strange Podcast on Instagram. Yeah, Camp Strange Podcast on Instagram.com. And find our profile and link in bio, merch shit, and stuff like that. I think our merch store is down. I got to fix that shit. They want me to confirm, like, my tax. They want me to,
We're
like,
still alive.
They want me to, like, do some, like, tax shit because the government probably wants the
I don't pay that.
the $6 we make from every T-shirt. Those fuckers. We're the only organization since 2018 that has not gone up in inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but if you want to rate, review, subscribe, you could do that too. Share it with a friend. Do whatever you want with this podcast. Throw it in the river. That's fine. Play it at your local strip club.
Yeah.
You'll love it. And David, do you have anything to say before we get the hell out of here?
Maybe we should just make one episode where it's just to be played at a strip club. Like we could do like a 20-minute song that it just has like an instrumental, and we're just like strip.
I'm gonna be
Throw
like, no.
money.
I'm gonna be like, put your clothes back on. Put your clothes. Are you
You're
serious?
worth more than this.
Your dad's in the corner of the room. He's watching. Put your clothes back on. The ghost of your grandfather's up in the ceiling. He's watching. Put your clothes back on. And then I'm going to go home that night, and I'm going to call you. And I'm going to go, I didn't even fucking win a Grammy.
Yeah.
And he goes, I didn't know
I'm
you
gonna
were
be in the
making music
background.
now.
I'm gonna say, "Pay your entertainers," really, really quietly, like subliminal. Pay your entertainers.
I'm gonna be like, you know that sound you're looking for, and then I'm gonna hold up the microphone to the stereo, and it's gonna be like, put your clothes back on. Anyway, so
That's all I
Pretty
have
good.
to say.
it's a pretty good idea. I like that idea.
It's a good idea.
All right. Well, David, do you have anything else to say before we get out? Is that it?
That was it. That was
Okay.
it. Stay cool.
Stay chill.
Wear sunscreen.
Hey, and don't forget to stay strange.